This week on Dateline Schools, taking a look at educational issues here in St. Clair County now that the new school year is up and running. Tell us more all about it. My special guest is the Superintendent of St. Clair County RESA, Dr. Kevin Miller. And Dr. Miller, one of the big things this year for educators is the full implementation of the new third grade reading law. Tell us about that.
Well, a few years ago, the legislature, and I'll be a bit sarcastic here, in its infinite wisdom that they know education better than we do, but I do get it. I really do get the impetus. Data has told us, and research has told us that if a student is not reading at grade level by grade 3, they forever are trying to catch up and never, in most cases, get there. On the other hand, if they're reading at grade level by grade 3, then generally they'll continue to flourish in reading, and they'll do well in school thereafter. So I do get what the research says, and I get why the law is aimed at third grade. But the part of the law that bothers me, though, is we're going to automatically hold students back if they're not achieving at grade level by third grade. This could be thousands upon thousands of students across the state that are reading maybe just below grade level, or there's a lot of caveats to this law that when you read it, it's way too long, first of all, but I understand all the details of where it's at. But to me, it could have dramatically negative impacts on education for quite a long time. What happens if they're not reading at grade level next year? How long do you hold a student back? There's lots of questions that we all have about a law as enacted.
Has anybody ever figured out why, especially in Michigan, we hear how we're down in the very lowest percentages across the country in reading? Why? Has anybody figured that out?
Yes, we have, and we know exactly why, and it's the test is not equal. So, to compare us with a state like Arkansas, Louisiana, or Mississippi, our testing here is some of the most rigorous that we have nationally. So to me, if you want to compare apples to apples, states to state, student to student by grade level, then you need the students taking the same exact test. We don't do that, except at what they call the NAEP, N-A-E-P, National Assessment. And that's only a very few number of schools that either voluntarily or are selected around the state to take that test. So we only get a small fraction of our students taking that common assessment.
We'll be back with more tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Herring.